Good morning. I am Nidhi Srivastava, Assistant Professor IT in IITM. Today I am going to discuss about the e-commerce, which is an DCA subject where we are going to discuss what is an e-commerce, what are the applications of e-commerce, what are the different types of e-commerce. We also see the comparison between the traditional market and the electronic market, and we talk about different advantages and disadvantages of e-commerce. So let's start with what is an e-commerce. Here we can see in this diagram, e-commerce is equipped with four broad components. The broad components are electronic data interchange, electronic publishing, electronic messaging, corporate digital libraries. When these broad concepts come into the picture, they form e-commerce. When we talk about electronic document interchange, we talk about EDI, we talk about electronic fund transfer. When we talk about electronic publishing, we talk about marketing, advertising, sales, customer support, and all that. When we talk about the messaging, we always talk about the file transfers, fax, fax through which we can transfer the messages. When we talk about the information corporate digital libraries, we always talk about the sharing of information, how work is being done in the collaboration. So when all these components come into the picture, they form e-commerce. So now uh, let's come to the definition of e-commerce. Then before discussing the definition of e-commerce, we discuss about e-commerce refer to the paperless exchange of business information. Now, what is a paperless exchange of business information? This always means that whenever we used to exchange the information without the interference of the paper, without the physical intervention of a human being, we exchange the information, goods and services, then it comes under the concepts of e-commerce, electronic commerce. That can be done with the help of EDI, emails, bulletin boards, EFTs, and so on that we have already discussed in the previous slide. So, after these, what is the e-commerce? The broad category or the definition of e-commerce is commerce is basically an economic activity involves trading or buying and selling of goods. Whenever we used to trade the goods and services, then we called it as commerce. And when we do the same activity with the help of internet or electronically, then we called it as electronic commerce. The term e-commerce also compresses other activities like online auctioning, internet banking, payment gateways, online ticketing, and so on. So, in some form, we are exchanging either goods or services electronically. So there are few examples. If I'll see the first example, a customer enter a bookshop, examine the book, select a book, and pay for it. To fulfill the customer requirement, the bookshop need to carry out other commercial transactions and business functions such as managing the supply chain, providing the logistic support, handling the payment, and so on. So if this all activity is being done electronically, then we call it as electronic commerce. Here are the some examples where e-commerce come into the picture. The most famous online trading commerce activity is being done with the help of Amazon.com, an online bookstore started in 1995, grew its revenue to more than $600 million in 1998. Similarly, Microsoft Expedia, an integrated online traveling transaction site, helped to choose flights, buying airline tickets, book hotel, rent a car in few minutes. And this is how e-commerce come into the picture. Now, we will discuss about what are the different features of e-commerce. So, some features of e-commerce are non-cash payment. E-commerce enables the use of credit card, debit card, smart cards, electronic fund transfer via bank websites and other mode of electronic payments. That's why it is called as non-cash payments. 24 by 7 service availability. E-commerce automate the business to enterprise and the way they provide service to their customer. It is available anytime, anywhere. This is the key thing of your e-commerce. Advertising, marketing. E-commerce increases the reach of advertisements of products and services of a business. It helps in better marketing management of product and services. Next, improved services. Using e-commerce, order of the project can be generated anytime, anywhere without the human intervention. It gives a big boost to existing sales volume. Support. E-commerce provide various ways to provide pre-sale and post-sale assistance to provide better service to the customer. That is like your customer care service, product return service, and so on. Inventory management. E-commerce automates inventory management. Reports get generated instantly when required. Product inventory management becomes very efficient and easy to maintain. And the last is communication improvement. Whenever we talk about the communication improvement, e-commerce provides way for faster, efficient, reliable communication with customer and their partners. These are the some features of your e-commerce. Now, going further, we first discuss what are the difference between your traditional commerce and your e-commerce. When we talk about the traditional commerce, that is a uh, that is a commerce where we physically go to the market and do the commerce activity. Okay, so what are the difference between both the commerce? There are some good and some bad points in both the ends. Let's start the discussion. Traditional commerce. Customer can easily identify and authenticate the merchant by seeing him directly. This is the first point. Whereas whereas in e-commerce it is not easy in this case. Secondly, customer can directly talk to the merchant. Communicate pages is not in the hand of the third party. Whereas whenever we talk about the e-commerce can only see the representation, can only see the web pages. Third, customer can interact with other customer and gain the feedback about the merchant from the other customers. Whereas in e-commerce, customer cannot interact with the other customer directly. In traditional market, it is not available all the time. But e-commerce is available 24 by 7 by 365 hours. Traditional commerce is a slow method, whereas whenever we talk about the e-commerce, it is a fast method. In traditional commerce, customers just give the cash to the merchant. There is no need to give their name, address, so there is no worry about the personal information leakage. Whereas whenever we talk about the e-commerce, customers have to give their personal information to purchase the product. So here we come to the end of what is the difference between e-commerce versus traditional commerce. Every component, every concept is having some advantages and some disadvantages. Here we come to the clear picture that what is a traditional commerce and what is an e-commerce. Let's go further. When we talk about the advantages, the advantages of e-commerce can only be done in three broad categories. Now, what are the three broad categories? Advantage to the organization, advantage to the customer, advantage to the society. Whenever we talk about e-commerce is not the only process being handled by the single person. E-commerce give advantage to society, customer, organization, everywhere. So that's why whenever we talk about the advantages, so we talk about the advantage always in a three categories. Now let's go further and see how it is good for an organization. In an organization, e-commerce can expand their market to national and international markets. Also, e-commerce help the organization to reduce the cost to create, process, distribute, retrieve, manage the paper-based information. E-commerce also improve the brand image of a company. E-commerce help the organization to provide better customer. E-commerce helps to simplify business process and make them faster and efficient. E-commerce reduce the paperwork. E-commerce increase the productivity of an organization. This is how organization is grow with the help of your e-commerce. Now, how e-commerce is helping to a customer? A customer can access its products for goods and services in 24 by 7 support. E-commerce application provides user with more options and quicker delivery of product. E-commerce application provide user with more options to compare and select the cheaper and better option. Customer can put reviews, comments about a product and can see what other are buying. Customers provide options of vital auctions. It provides readily available information. A customer can see the relevant detailed information within a second. E-commerce increase the competition among the organization. So these are the things where e-commerce play a very big role. When e-commerce come into the picture, customer automatically gaining the profits. As there are lots of websites, lots of intermediary costs are reduced and due to which product cost also reduced. And the third advantage is advantage of a e-commerce towards the society. Customer need not travel to shop or for a product. So traffic on road and low air pollution. E-commerce help in reducing the cost of a product. E-commerce has enabled rural areas to access services and products. Also, e-commerce helps the government to deliver the public service such as healthcare, education, social service at a reduced cost and it in a improved manner. As we are by after discussing all the advantages about the e-commerce, we come to know that e-commerce is very important for all of us. As e-commerce is reducing the price, cost of goods and services. And how they are making it? They are doing it with the help of reducing the interference of lots of parties between the end user and the developer. Because now the developer is dealing with the end user directly with the help of different websites, with the help of different web applications. So we can able to find out how e-commerce is helpful to for us to for us in many ways. Now let's go further. There are some disadvantage of e-commerce also. As we discussed the advantages in three major categories, now we are also going to discuss the disadvantages. But there are two categories, and these categories are technical advantage, technical disadvantage and non-technical disadvantage. So finally, e-commerce is going to give us disadvantage in two manners. First one is technically or non-technically. So when we start with the technical disadvantage, we discuss that there is a lack of security, reliability of standard, owing to poor implementation of e-commerce. Security and standard is one of the major aspects of e-commerce. Software development industry is still evolving and keep changing rapidly. So, in many countries, network bandwidth might cause an issue. Special type of web services or other software might be required by the vendor, setting the e-commerce environment apart from the network servers. Sometimes it becomes difficult to integrate an e-commerce software or website with an existing application or database. There could be hardware, software compatibility issues, as some e-commerce software may be incompatible with some operating systems or any other component. So these are the technical disadvantages of your e-commerce. When we talk about the non-technical issues, we talk about the initial cost. In initial cost, the cost of creating, building of an e-commerce application in-house may be very high. There could be delay in launching an e-commerce application due to mistake and lack of experience. User resistance. Now, in resistance, user may not trust the site, being an unknown faceless seller. Such mistrust make it difficult to convince traditional user to switch from traditional market to your virtual stores. Security and privacy. It is difficult to ensure the security or privacy on online transaction, as we are supposed to give the information about my phone number, my address to the websites, and if some data being lost, then my crucial data could be lost. Lack of touch or feel of product during the online shopping is a drawback. E-commerce applications are still evolving and changing rapidly. Internet access is still not cheaper and is inconvenient to use for many potential customers. For example, those living in remote areas or villages. There are some applications of e-commerce. These applications means where e-commerce is actually being implemented. So, what are these applications? Let's start discussing the applications. First application is e-marketing. As we are discussing about the electronic commerce, so we will be discussing all electronic applications where we can implement, and we are implementing e-commerce. Let's start with the e-marketing. E-marketing is also known as electronic market, online market or web marketing. It is the marketing of products and services over the internet. It is considered to be the broad in scope because not refer to marketing on the internet but also done in email and wireless medias. E-marketing try ties together the creative and technical aspect of the internet. Internet market is inexpensive when examining the ratio of cost to reach to the target. So this is all about the e-marketing. Now let's discuss e-advertisement. E-advertising is also known as online advertising. It is a form of promotion that uses internet and World Wide Web to deliver marketing messages to attract the customers. For example, banner ad, social networking advertisements, online classified advertisements, and so on. Next application is your e-banking. E-banking means any user with a personal computer and browser can get connected to his bank website to perform any banking function. In internet banking system, the bank has a centralized database, web enabled. So, for example, your ATMs, e-banking, fund transfer, net banking are the example of your e-banking. Next is your e-learning. E-learning comprises all form of electronically supported learning and teaching. E-learning application and processes include web-based learning, computer-based learning. Content is delivered via internet, audio, video tapes or satellite TVs. E-learning is naturally suited to distance and flexible learning, but can also be used conjunction to face-to-face teaching. E-learning can also refer to educational websites such as those offering learning scenarios, works and interactive exercise for the children. Learning Management System (LMS) is a software used to deliver, tracking, managing learning and education. Let's come to the next application, that is your mobile computing, or I must say it is also called as m-computing. Is an ability to conduct commerce as a mobile device such as mobile phones. Bank and other financial institutes use mobile commerce to allow their customer to access account information and make transactions such as purchasing, withdrawals, etc. Using a mobile browser, customer can shop online without having to be a personal computer. So example can be your mobile ticketing, mobile contract purchase and so on. Let's move further. Next application is online shopping. Online shopping is a process whereby customer directly buy goods or services from a sale in real time without the intermediary service over the internet. An online shop or e-store, e-shop, internet shop, shop, web stores, online stores, or virtual shop evolve the physical analogy of buying products or services in a shopping center. In order to shop online, one must be able to access to a computer, a bank account, and a debit card. Online stores are usually available 24 hours a day. Last application is your entertainment. The conventional media that has been used for entertainment were books, magazines, radios, televisions, and so on. Now, as and when online or internet come into the picture, electronic media come into the picture, entertainment uh, is also converted online. Now we can search for online books, newspapers, online radios, online televisions, online games, and are common places in internet where we can entertain ourselves. Online social networking website is one of the biggest source of e-entertainment for today to teach savvy generations. That's all for the day. In this lecture, we studied lots of concepts about the e-commerce. We studied what is an e-commerce, what is a commerce, and how it is now converted to a electronic commerce. In e-commerce, we studied its applications, its advantages, disadvantages, and we also studied the most important part of the commerce, that is when we compare the e-commerce with the traditional market. So that's all for the lecture. Thank you so much. Let's meet the next in the next lecture. We are going to study the most important part of our commerce, that is your electronic data interchange. Thank you so much everyone.